Yeah, go.
What's up, guys? Me and Chicken McSnaggies are back for another podcast. Today we'll be talking about the second leg of the Champions League against Bayern Munich, a game which resulted in a 4-1 Chelsea loss. Vrun, what do you want us to say about it?
To be completely honest, I was not very pleased with the first half. But our attitude coming out after the break, I can really imagine what Lampard might have said to them. Probably said, "Look, guys, you have nothing to lose over here. We are already we are already 5-1 down on aggregate. Why not just go for it? Let's just try and get something." So I don't know. They came out of the break with a completely new attitude, and they were just fighting for the ball a lot more, and
Yeah.
I really like that a lot. But yeah. So Nix, what do you think?
Well, again, I think it sums up a bit of the season for Chelsea. Just shocking defense. Again, um, we put in Emerson in for Marcus Alonso after the FA Cup final. And really, it's just the same thing. Someone attacking, no defense. I think you can see the third goal. Emerson, Zuma, and Christensen just had this miscommunication where one of the Bayern Munich strikers were able to head it into the goal with practically no one on them. I don't know. There needs to be some kind of commanding figure and communication in the box. Otherwise, we're still going to concede all these goals. Like in the EPL and in the season, we've conceded so many set pieces off crosses because no one's marking people in the box. It's always the wrong side of the goal or miscommunication somehow. And I think we need to fix that.
Yeah, it was the exact same thing with the second goal as well. I mean, Reece James took a throw in, and nobody's saying there's a man on him. So he's nicely just holding onto the ball, looking for a man, but he had no idea there's a person pressing him. So I mean, it's the
Yeah,
exact same thing. Lack of communication leading to a goal. Um, and yeah, and once again, our defense is so bad. The first goal, right? Christensen is so flat-footed. I mean, when in defense you should never be flat-footed. Always be ready
yeah,
because you have to move. If you're flat-footed, that makes it harder. And the pass wasn't that far away from him. If he was not flat-footed, it wouldn't have been hard for him to intercept the ball that was played behind him. So I mean, it's just basics of defense and communication that our team is lacking right now, and I and that was particularly like highlighted when Bayern used it against us in this game.
I think the only positive that I took away from that game was, well, let me say this before. In the FA Cup final, when Callum Hudson-Odoi came on as a substitute, I was like, okay, perfect. Now we've got a little bit more of attacking ability. And he did absolutely nothing. He did nothing that game. Just stood there. But then in this game, in the first half, he actually had these really bright moments where he'd come on, do a few plays, and he scored that offside goal, which was just offside. But he scored a brilliant goal, and I just really liked his attacking ability, and as you said before, just attitude coming into that game, because it's pretty easy to put your head down after the way he played in the FA Cup final. Um, but a 7-1 loss to Bayern Munich, that sounded horrible, but after today's result, 8-2 against Barcelona, doesn't seem too bad, to be honest. But I think Bayern Munich will win the Champions League, and next season, I can't imagine Chelsea going far in the Champions League, because I think this next season they're going to want to better themselves in the EPL. But in the season after that, I think we can strive for a high placing Champions League finish.
Yeah, I just want to go back to something you said about the offside. Now the thing is, obviously for this game, along with dropping Alonso for Emerson, we also did drop Giroud to bring in Tammy for this game. Now I thought that was the right tactical decision because Giroud is more effective when you're playing against a team that plays a low block because he can help like he can go up against those big defenders and play in our wingers, right? But since in this game we didn't have people who like make runs behind like Pulisic, and also because Bayern play a very high line, right? And so you need a player who can run behind them. I think it was a correct decision to play Tammy, but he was being absolutely lazy. I mean, for Hudson-Odoi's goal, it was a beautiful goal, right? But he was so lazy to just get back on side. I mean, that was not the first time it happened. It happened like 4 5 times before that, and it happened another 6 7 times after that. I'm exaggerating this, but you get the point. I mean, you can't be so lazy, especially when you're trying to go all out and score goals. And you are
Yeah,
a striker. The burden of scoring a goal is meant to be on you.
Mm.
So I
Yeah,
was just shocked by that. I was absolutely furious with that because that is just ridiculous in my books.
I think so too. But hopefully next season with Werner, I think he's the exact opposite of a lazy striker. He runs for every single dead ball, everything that's lost. I'm excited to see how he fits in the EPL. But I found it quite funny because there's pictures of Werner after the Arsenal game, just looking a little bit sad, and as he should be. They played shocking. And they played shocking against Bayern Munich. But I think I've got hope that they'll turn it around next season with the new signings. But I'm actually really optimistic about next season. I think Chelsea should be pushing for an EPL title.
So personally, I feel that obviously we are going around making some really big signings with Werner, Ziyech, possibly
Defense.
Kai, possibly Tagliafico or Ben, right? But the thing is that I think we need a season for the team to build chemistry together. We need a season for that.
Yeah, I agree.
So
Yeah,
develop understanding. I don't next season. I don't think we'll win a title. I think the season out. I mean, we might win the FA. We'll win the FA Cup or something next season. I don't think we'll win the Premier League next season.
yeah,
But the season after, I have hopes of us winning a big title.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But yeah, I'm really excited to look. I'm looking forward to Chelsea's upcoming fixtures in the EPL. When is the EPL? Is it September?
Yeah. It starts mid September. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm
It's a
not.
little break for the players there, so that's quite bad.
I mean, I've seen. I think Pulisic and Tammy in the Mykonos in Greece.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've seen them all like just on the beach and stuff. So I think they're chilling, getting a well deserved break. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw Kaya, Tammy, and Paul with shitting in a bar in tank tops, just having a good time. So I'm glad they get their rest in.
Yeah, it's good. They deserve it. And honestly, I really hope they come back fully fit. Pulisic especially with the amount of injury
Yeah,
he had this season. So I mean, I think part of the reason he had this injury troubles is because he had the Gold Cup in the summer, and after that he didn't get much of a break. So he basically played 2 consecutive seasons of football.
yeah,
So I think that has something to do with his injuries. But yeah, it's cool.
yeah, it's good. Thanks, guys, for another episode. I'm glad you tuned in. In the next podcast with Ruin, we'll be talking about the positives and negatives that we can take away as Chelsea fans from this current season. See you soon, guys.
See you guys.